I started using when I was 36 years old. I started with pot, and I was making a lot of money at that point, so I started using cocaine after that, and then I went to methamphetamines.
When you organize your day for purposes of drinking and the highlight is being able to finish your work, hustle off to a bar, hope to be there by noontime, take advantage of happy hours, and buy in advance, there are bound to be consequences.
I was having a lot of dental work done, and I was prescribed Vicodin. And my dentist seemed to just give it to me all the time, anytime I needed it, and I became dependent on it. I had a habit and could no longer find Vicodin, and I started smoking heroin.
I was a teacher. Towards the end of my drinking, I actually drank before classes, in between classes, after classes, on the way home, and then to oblivion.
I didn't really recognize it as being a problem despite the 2 DUIs, despite the interactions with my wife where I would promise to quit drinking and then not and get caught.
I chose an individual to be in my life who physically abused me, and so I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor several times. I don't recall ever being asked anything about my addiction.
The physicians I saw didn't ask anything about substance abuse. They didn't ask me how much did you drink. They asked me things like, are you depressed? Are you nervous?
Well, in fact, it was never a subject that came up because the doctor had no idea that I was drinking and never assumed that I was. So yes, I think it would have been helpful to have been approached.
One of the things that helped me was having a screening form where I could write it down, where I didn't have to say it eye to eye. And then the doctor could read it and then bring it up to me.
Is it appropriate for the doctor to, based on my answers to a questionnaire, recommend or, give his analysis or his opinion of where I fall? Yeah, I do think it's appropriate.
I would fill it out, and I think I would fill it out honestly. A form like that has a certain anonymity to it.
Whether the patient takes that with him or her and thinks about it, that's a step in the right direction. Or if there is a dialogue that ensues between patient and physician.
I think that it would be worth the time to refer them to someone or provide them with a resource list. Whether they're willing to take the list at that time or not, there might be another time when they are more willing.
DUIs required treatment, but I didn't benefit from the required treatment at all. The only time I've truly benefited is when I chose the treatment or chose to accept the treatment. And the benefits of that have been very high.
Maybe the doctors could help by only prescribing narcotics for a certain length of time. I've gotten kidney stones, which are very, very painful. And I've never been given more than 10 pills at a time. And there's really not an opportunity for me to abuse that or to become addicted with 10 pills.
I was on stimulant medication for ADD. I was taking Adderall. And I found myself with 2 sources for my ADD meds. I took advantage of that. I doubled up on my ADD meds. And then I got caught by the pharmacy. I almost lost something that was really, really precious to me, which was my relationship with my doctor here.
When I relapsed, I felt I had actually failed my doctor, and I told her I felt I had failed her. And the response that I got was that I had not failed her, that I had relapsed, and that relapse is common, and that now you need to assess where you are, you need to assess why you relapsed, and we need to put together a plan to avoid a relapse in the future if you want to move forward.
Being able to have a doctor that I can be honest with and truthful to at all times has been a blessing. It's made it much easier to stay clean and sober.
Today, of course, I'm in the care of a physician who knows a great deal about substance abuse, and every time she sees me, she congratulates me on my continued sobriety. And it's her enthusiasm that, makes me look forward to any office visit that I have with her.
It can make a big difference. It's made a huge difference for me in the last 7 years.
Most addicted persons want to be healthier and happier.
My main take-home message to doctors would be, don't be afraid to ask. It might help save a person's life.